Hey y'all, this is a very serious subject, but it's something that people need to talk about, and that is rape. What is considered rape? I would say that rape is any time that a man and a woman have intimacy, have sex, and they do not discuss what's going to happen. Like, okay, a discussion should be made before any hookup, date, any first encounter between a man and a woman. And obviously the woman needs to know what she wants. I would say as a general rule that if a woman doesn't want to get pregnant, she should not be having sex. So to the ladies everywhere, just keep that in mind. If you don't want a baby, if you don't want a pregnancy, don't have sex. And then if you do have a pregnancy, just think about why you want a pregnancy. Just think about why. Is it because you're done working, or you don't want to work, or you don't want to work wherever you're working? Usually, men probably don't know this, but women have that decision to make. Either they can work somewhere or they can get pregnant and make babies. Of course, there are lots of women now who do both, which I think that's insane, because women should be allowed to do one or the other. Women should not have to work when they're pregnant. That's for sure. When I was pregnant, I remember asking God, why is it that some women work when they're pregnant? And God told me because they picked the wrong guy. Anyways, pregnancy is work. You're working on creating a life inside of you. So, men, don't expect your woman to work if she's pregnant. Women, don't expect to work if you're pregnant. Yeah. Because pregnancy is hard enough. But anyways, so yeah, in regards to rape, like, women need to clearly state what they want going into a first time meeting with a guy, and the guy needs to clearly state what he wants. A lot of people now it's like the hookup culture. You got all these dating apps, which I think is causing all the abortions, because people aren't having this discussion. Like, you don't want to just be like, you don't want to just meet somebody and be like, hey, come over. You got to have that discussion first, like, does the woman want kids? Does the guy want kids? Where will they live? Who's going to be working? Does the man make enough money to provide for himself and the woman and a kid? These are things that people need to think about before they jump into bed with each other. Anyways, but yeah, so rape really is when there isn't really discussion, but the woman doesn't necessarily want to get pregnant, but then why is she going on a date? And then the man, say they do it, and say the guy, blows his whatever inside of her, and then she didn't necessarily want that, and then on top of that, say he ditches her, and ghosts her, doesn't text, then that would qualify as rape. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's very often that a man literally pins a woman down and rapes her. That's probably not very common these days, because the woman could just call the police, and she should, obviously, if stuff like that happens. Yeah, and guys don't want to go to jail or prison. But anyways, yeah, but I think that other kind of rape is very common, where the discussion isn't made, or the man assumes that the woman's on birth control, and maybe she's not. Personally, I think so many guys out there should just get a vasectomy